Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're a subscriber to the channel, welcome back, preloaders. If you've never been here before, let me tell you a little bit about myself and the purpose of this channel. My name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent with the motorcycle unit. The name of this channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. The goal of this channel is twofold. The first part is to share my knowledge, training, and experience that I received from the NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit, particularly in slow speed motorcycle operation. That's what I focus on. And the reason I focus on that is 98% of the motorcycle riding population do not attain those slow speed motorcycle operating skills. To me, it's the most important skill there is. I say that because 100% of your skill is necessary to keep this motorcycle upright. The second part of the reason for this channel is I want to make you be the boss of your motorcycle. What do I mean by that? Being the boss of your motorcycle means that you can make right turns and left turns and U-turns, that you can approach a stop and not have your feet spread out. In other words, you're going to have confidence that you're going to keep this motorcycle upright because you're relying on your skill, and that's all you're relying on. I want you to be confident. I want you to not have any apprehension when it comes to doing any slow speed motorcycle maneuvers, okay? So that's the purpose of this channel, and the reason why it's called Paying It Forward is because I want to share this stuff with you guys. I also hold practice sessions in the parking lot on a weekly basis. And again, there's no charge for that. All right, that's part of the Paying It Forward as well, because it's not a class, it's a practice session. You're just out here practicing, okay? Now, this is only for subscribers to the channel. If you subscribe to this channel and you are dedicated to being proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation, you, my friend, become a preloader. So if you hear me say preloaders, that's what I'm talking about. If you don't know what preload is, I'm gonna put the definition in the description, okay? As I always say, you guys could be doing anything with your time, and the fact that you choose to spend a little bit of it with me, I appreciate that. I want to thank all of my subscribers, okay? I want to thank everybody that's watching. All right, if you like this video, please subscribe, share, and like. Sharing is very important because we need as many riders as possible to be knowledgeable and confident, because a confident rider is a safer rider. I know that there are people out there that are in a position and they would like to donate and support the channel, and if you'd like to do that, I have created a Zelle account. And if you want to contribute, you can just send your donations to the email address right up here on the upper right-hand portion of your screen. All right. I've also made it possible for you guys to send me anything you want to send me, anything you'd like me to have, anything you'd like to share with me. Okay. That address is right here, upper left-hand corner of your screen. And anything you want to send, I appreciate it. All right. And as far as emails go, like I told you guys before, the email address is primarily for people that want to be added to an email list of the practices that happen out here. I usually send those out maybe a week in advance, sometimes 5-6 days in advance, because I'm always looking at the weather to kind of factor which day I'm going to do it on, either a Saturday or a Sunday. And I try to alternate between the 2 days. Some people are good on Saturdays, some people are good on Sundays. Okay, so that's what that's about. You can also send me pictures of you practicing or videos of you practicing, and I'll feature that in an upcoming video because I think it's important for everyone to see all of us practicing, all right? And there's a lot of people out there practicing. A lot of people are inspired. A lot of people that are in cold climates right now are actually annoyed because they can't get out there and practice. So that's great, guys. And I know that when the weather warms up, it's going to be even better. So I got news for you guys. If only 100 of us are dedicated to practicing, that's 100 more riders out there that are going to be more confident, and in so doing will be more safe. All right, so today we're out here doing advanced slow speed motorcycle operation. This is practice session number 6. And as I always tell you guys, I don't know who's coming. Nobody might be coming. But whether we have 20 people out here, 5 people, or just me, there's going to be practicing going on in this parking lot. All right. So I just got out here. I just wanted to say hi to you guys really quickly. And now I'm getting ready to set up. And I'm adding some more stuff to the course today. Some more challenging stuff. And we're going to have some fun. We always have fun out here. We have good weather. Guys, whenever I watch this on my television, a 4K television, because I always record in 4K because I want to give you guys the best possible video that I can. But every time I watch myself doing this, this looks like a photograph to me. I mean, it's just so picturesque. Is that the word? I don't know. My wife will correct me if I said it wrong, because I know she will. All right? But it's just a nice backdrop. And usually I have blue skies, no clouds at all. Got a few clouds, but that's fine. All right, guys. We'll see you in a few. All right, guys. I'm going to be doing double duty here. I'm holding the camera and I'm holding a mic. We're going to do some interviews with the riders. We're about to start now. We got 9+1 today. I'm going to say 9+1 because we got one observer. But the good thing about that observer, we're still going to talk to him. He's observing because his mother was going to come with him today to ride, but she got a nail in her tire. So we got a mother and son deal that's going to be coming out here today. That's awesome. All right. So let's start right here with this young man right here. What's your name, sir?
Jerry Smith from La Crosse, Florida.
Jerry, how long was that ride here?
About 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, guys. And he said it was a nice ride, too. It's a nice day out here, by the way. Again, you people up north, I'm not rubbing it in. I swear I'm not. But it's in the 60s right now. The sky is looking good. Oh, my gosh. Let me keep going until I see a cloud. No clouds. All right, Jerry, what are you riding today?
2016 Ultra.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Where is she?
That one there.
Which one? The burgundy one?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a look at this motorcycle. What year is this?
16.
How many miles you got on it?
25,000. I've only held it for a year and a half, though.
Okay, he's only had it for a year and a half. 25,000 miles. How long you been riding, Jerry?
Ever since I was about 8 or 9 years old, but I quit for probably 35 years. Mm-hmm. We only been riding on the road for 2 years.
Okay. And how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
Maybe a 4.
Okay, a 4. A 4 is good, guys. I'm telling you, a 4 is very good. So, and I saw him pull in, I saw him park, so I'm not surprised by that number. All right, Jerry, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we're gonna go talk to we're gonna go talk to a repeat. I'm not gonna say repeat offender. He's not a recidivist, but he's been here before. Actually, he's been here. This is his 3rd time here. First time he arrived in an F-150. All right, that's Bill. How you doing, Bill?
Hey there.
All right, Bill. For the people that don't know you, how long you been riding?
On and off all my life. I've been out of it for 20 years till about 6 months ago. So.
Okay, and what are you riding?
2020 Sport Glide.
All right, let's take a look at Kenn. Now, Bill's bike, when I first saw it, I was like, wow. Like first I didn't know it was a Harley Davidson, which it is. And if you guys want to see, right here, it's nice and easy on his bike. This is how he can adjust his rear suspension, correct?
Correct.
All right, nice and easy. He doesn't have to move saddlebags or anything like that. With ours, we have to remove saddlebags. Well, not on mine. I can actually just reach behind the bag, but usually you have to remove it. But this is a nice looking motorcycle, and it's a nice looking motorcycle. And what Bill told me is it's very quick. He can take the saddlebags off. He can take off the windshield in like 5 minutes, right, Bill?
Yeah, easy.
Okay. You know what the main question is? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
I'm still going to be probably right, set 0.75 to a 1.
0.75 to a 1. You hear him? Okay, and that's cool because, you know, I remember before, Bill was in the negatives. But the last time Bill was here, he did that U-turn right there. All right? And we're going to get that U-turn today, right?
We are, yes.
All right. Very good. Outstanding. All right, what else we got here? We got a lot of motorcycles here, guys. We got planes going over. We got everything. All right, hold up. I just realized something. Dino, let's talk to Dino because Dino was also, he was here last week with his wife. He's here again. How you doing, sir?
I am doing well. How you doing? Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you. Happy New Year. I keep forgetting to say Happy New Year. All right, so for people that don't know you, your name is?
Dino Dow.
Dino Dow. Dino Dow. And Dino, how long you been riding?
Now you got me last time because I
didn't
told
say,
him.
yeah, I didn't say. I just said how long you been riding.
I've been riding since 2015.
Okay, very good, very good. And what are you riding?
I am riding that beautiful bike right there, the 2017 Ultra Limited.
All right, we're gonna take a look at the Ultra Limited. How many Ultra Limiteds do we have out here? We got like three of them. Okay, if you guys see this sticker right here, Dino's wife made that, correct?
Yes.
And he was nice. They were nice enough to give me one of them. I appreciate it. All right, Dino, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
4.5.
4.5. What were you last week?
4.
And that's what we're talking about. Small increments. You know, every now and then somebody gets struck by lightning, but usually it's small increments. Or as long as we improve, that's what this is all about. Having fun, improving. All right. Thanks for coming back, man. We're going to have some fun. Where's your wife? She looks like she's trying to hide. She got a hood on. Hello, how are you?
I'm all right.
Your name?
Dorlene,
Dorlene, how long you been riding?
since July.
Okay, and what are you riding?
2020 Softail Slim, Fat Boy Slim.
Okay, we're going to look at it. So we see the results of last week's class with this license plate frame. But that's okay. All day long you could buy those things. All day long. And she did excellent last week. Excellent. I don't have to tell you guys. You saw. All right, Dorlene, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills?
2. I think I said
2. That's outstanding. What were you last week?
a 1.5.
That's it. That's all I want to hear. Thank you. Okay. Now we got this as the South Carolina crew, right? These guys rode 2.5 hours approximately without traffic.
3 this time.
Yeah, 3 this time. So they trailed it in, which you know me, that's the way I would do it. But they're here. We're getting ready to have some fun. We got 2 Kenns. We got 1. Oh. I don't have to edit that. Is your name Richard?
Yeah.
Okay, we got 1 Dick, and we got a Judy. Okay, let's talk to Dick first. We got to talk to Dick first. How you doing, Dick?
All right.
How long you been riding?
Since 1968
Beautiful. What are you riding today?
at Softail.
Oh, right here. Look at this. What year is this?
It's 05.
How many miles?
It's 22,000.
Actually, that's not bad at all. Oh, this is nice. You're going to throw this thing around today, right?
I usually do.
That's what I like to hear. If you're rolling with Kenn, I'm pretty sure that, what does that say, United States Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills? 10 being the best.
Well, 6, 7 maybe.
6 or 7. All right, we got some. I'm going to have to set up that maze today because we got some people that it's going to be a good challenge. All right, nice to meet you. And this is your lovely wife?
Yes.
Judy?
Judy.
Judy, how long you been riding?
On and off 10 years.
Beautiful. What are you riding?
2019 Heritage Softail Slim.
How many miles on it?
2,573.
That's right. Oh, wow. That's oddly specific. But is this it? Juicy?
That's it.
Love it. Love it. Juicy. Guys, I'm excited today. I have to admit, I'm excited today. I'm excited to watch everybody go out there and, we got a road glide here. I think that's the first time. Is that yeah, we got a road glide. We had some challenges, but no road glides. All right. Very good. And last but certainly not least, your name, sir?
I'm Kenn.
Kenn. Oh, yeah, guys, this is Kenn number 2. That's Kenn number 1. This is Kenn number 2. And I just realized I said last but not least, but we still got Kenn number 1 to go to. We'll talk to Kenn number 1 next because he's been here before. Kenn, how long you been riding?
About 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
What are you riding?
2018 Road Glide.
Oh, you're the road glide
That's
guy.
my Road Glide.
All right. What year is it?
An 18.
Okay, how many miles?
About 24,000.
Okay, good. So you ride the motorcycle. Now let's take a look at his road glide. Harley clearly that. What does that say? Harley what?
Harley Davidson.
That says David? Oh yeah, sure does. See, the calligraphy kind of messed me up. I didn't know what that said. It didn't come like that, did it?
I bought it like that, but yeah, I think that's custom.
It's custom. Yeah, clearly that's custom. 1 to 10, Kenn, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills? 10 being the best.
Well, if he was 4.5, I'd say about 4.25. I'll give him the advantage.
Who said they're 4.5?
I didn't catch his name, but you
Oh.
interviewed him earlier.
Oh.
Not Dickie, but
No, Dick did not say 4.5.
tell me, yeah.
Dick said like
But-
6.5, 7. All right, now okay. So, what's your final number?
We'll say 4.25.
4.25. Very good. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
All right, now last but not least, we're going to talk to the modest guy. Ken, I got the sun behind you, so come over on this side. All right, welcome back. Your name, sir?
Kenn. Kenn.
Ken N. Yes, it's Ken with 2 N's.
That's correct.
All right. Are you Ken with 2 N's? Ken number 2?
No, he's just Kenn.
He's Ken with 1 N. Okay. Is that short for Kenneth?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And you're right. Kenneth has 2 N's. All right, very good. How long have you been riding?
35 years.
What are you riding?
Today I got my 2005 Harley Davidson Police Road King.
Oh, this is it right here.
This is it.
Okay, this guys, this brings back memories because this is what it was all about. This is where it all started with me, from 01s up to I think the most recent one I rode was a 2017 because I retired in 2017. So yeah, and this is what it's all about. I was never used to a fairing. I was always used to a windshield, and that was it. So the fairing thing was new for me. Very good. I know.
Special for you, so you can bring back some memories.
Yes, it does bring back memories. All right, here's the question that you're always modest about, and I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Actually, I won't answer that.
You don't want to answer?
I won't answer that because
Okay.
I heard what everybody else is saying.
Uh-huh.
So just keep my mouth shut.
All right, so we're going to have Ken on record declining to answer the question on what he rates himself, 1 to 10. You guys can make that decision yourself when you watch him out there. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop saying last but not least because we got one more rider here, and I apologize for forgetting. I'm so eager to get out there and start doing stuff. Anyway, we're gonna ask him to introduce himself. What's your name, sir?
Hey, Jorge Tupac, George.
George Jorge Tupac. George, how long you been riding?
31 years.
31 years. That's excellent. Oh, good. Look at that, guys. See that? That is the GoPro mount. So George is out there. He's doing stuff. Okay, very good. What are you riding?
2015 Ultra Limited CVO.
How many miles?
Right now it's got like about 22,000.
Okay, let's take a look at this. It's an ultra limited 20 what?
It's at 15.
2015 CVO. Oh, and I was telling George, this thing, it looks like if you sit on this, you just want to go to sleep. Look, George got more stuff on this. He's got the phone, he's got a GPS, and he's got something else. I don't even know what that is.
The Dino.
The Dino.
The Dino, yeah.
Ah, guys, I don't know what the Dino is. But you see me go, yeah, I don't know what the Dino is. What's the Dino? Hold on, let me come back over there so you can, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that doesn't know what the Dino is. The bike looks good. What is the Dino?
It's not a specific name for it. I mean, obviously it has. I just don't know it.
Uh-huh.
But you're supposed to be able to change it. They just upgraded my engine with new cams, tappets, and the whole 9 yards. So if I take it to a racetrack, I'm supposed to be able to change the way the computer feeds gas into it to get better performance.
Really?
Yeah, they did show me, but since I never do it,
Wow. See, guys, this is another level. I don't know anything about this. Nothing about this. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, George, how would you rate your slow speed motorcycle operating skills? 10 being the best.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go with 3.5.
Okay. 3.5 is good. And you know what? I said last but not least, but I told you we got 9 plus 1. Over there in the distance, over yonder. What do you guys think? Do we even talk to him since he's not going to ride the course today? He's just going to observe? Okay. Well, you guys got to be excluded because he's part of your crew. So, but no, he's on the phone anyway. All right. We'll catch up with him. We'll definitely catch up with him. But we want to get started on what we're going to do out here. Now, this is the stuff that reminds me of motorcycle school. They had us riding. You see how this berm going down into the water is at an angle? They had us riding on grass like that and parking. Go up the hill, stop, and all of us park on the grass like that. A lot of crazy stuff. They got us on the beach, all kind of stuff that nobody's ever going to do in the real world. But, you train one way, and you train how you play how you train. Yeah. Okay. I want to welcome you all. I'm just going to go over a few things. The first thing being, this is not a class. Although everything about it appears to be a class, I'm never going to call it a class because a class you pay for. This is free, okay? If you knock down a cone, you pick up the cone, okay? Now, what I will say to you is, I don't care if you hit the cones. I really don't care if you hit the cones. If you're going to hit the cones versus putting your feet down, I'd rather you hit the cone, okay? The goal is to get you to the point where you can not react on instinct, but you react on skill. The instinct is to put your foot down. We're not going to do that because we already know that if you preload it and you keep it loaded, that if you feel like the motorcycle is going to fall, all you have to do is open up your clutch handle a little and you'll be fine. Everybody good about that? Okay, so today I was telling a couple of guys that my cones were blowing with the wind, so I am going to have to invest some money and buy some heavier cones so that I don't have to worry about the wind blowing them across the parking lot. But I'm not going to get the really big ones because, again, those cones will take your front wheel right from under you in the motor. And I don't want you to be worried about that. So they'll be a little bit bigger than this, but they'll be a little bit more substantial. I'm going to get on that as soon as I get home. So today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 exercises. All right. The first exercise, I changed it from last week. I want you guys to go on this side of the parking lot and you're going to ride straight down. There's 2 cones over there. I'll be over there. What I want you to do is I want you to get the motorcycle at least to second gear. And then I want you to start slowing down, downshift. Once you get below 20 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour, forget about the front brake. Now you're on the rear brake, and the purpose of that exercise is to get you accustomed to bringing the motorcycle to a nice smooth stop. And when the motorcycle stops, then your left foot comes down, okay? Now, I have been getting some comments saying this, some people are vertically challenged, so the whole putting one foot down thing is an issue. I don't want anybody to be unsafe. I just don't want you to I don't want you grabbing the front brake. So when you come to a stop, if you put down both feet, I mean, it's fine. If there's circumstances that dictate you do that, that's fine. The only thing I'm trying to get people out of the habit of is having their feet out like this when they're getting ready to stop. Because clearly, if you're like that, you're on the front brake, okay? And then when it's time for you to take off, I don't know if you guys saw last week's video, but just that thing that we do all the time, taking off, bikes were falling. And that's because, again, throttle, clutch, the preload, that was really the problem. That's why I'm starting to say preload and keep it loaded, because everybody is preloading, but as soon as they go to the execution, all of the thought of the preload goes away and they're just concentrating on the execution. And as soon as your motorcycle gets power, you have it preloaded. Remember, you preload before every move. That includes starting and stopping. Preload, let the clutch out. As soon as it starts to move, pick up your foot. I don't want to see your feet or your foot still like this because you're showing that you're still unsure. You don't need these. All you need is this. All right, everybody clear about that? Okay. Once we get past that, you guys are going to come around here. You're going to do it again at this cone. A little less speed, but that way you don't have to keep going around and doing the same thing. You can do it twice here. And if you do it well and you feel like you're good, fine. What we're going to do is go through every exercise. And then after that, if you guys want to go back and work on something on your own, because again, this is just practice, that's fine too. And if you say, Rob, can you help me out? Or Ken, can you help me out? No problem. This is each one, teach one. I told Ken this last week. He said, I don't want to step on any toes. There's no toes to step on. If you know something that somebody else doesn't know, I want you to share that. And that's including with me. If I don't know something, I want you to share it because I don't know everything. I'm not an expert. I'll never claim to be. I'm not even close to an expert. I just kind of pay attention to this. And I think that it's basic fundamentals that if we just do that, this 2% thing will be a lot higher. But we got to get people more confident. And this is where it starts. All right. Then when you get over here, when you make this turn, you see a green cone down there and another one here. All right, Jerry, that's going to be your spot. Where's Jerry? That's going to be your spot. Because Jerry said, I want to practice on the extreme slow riding. Purpose of that part is to get you accustomed to, while the bike is moving, I want you to go as slow as you can. And every time you feel like the motorcycle is going to fall, just let the clutch out. I just want you to, it's working on getting you out of the habit of putting your foot down. That's all that is. Okay? When you get to these 2 double cones, right here, these green ones, you're going to stop. Then what I want you to do is, I want you to pick your foot up you're only going to have 1 foot down. I want you to pick your foot up, and as soon as the bike feels like it's going to fall, put your foot down. That's what you would normally do. And then I want you to preload, pick your foot up, and don't wait till the last minute. As soon as you feel like the bike's going to fall, just let the clutch out. I want you to feel the sensation of the bike getting ready to fall and doing something other than putting your foot down. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a story, full disclosure. Last week, the class was over. I was out here. This is when I did the riding, the two-up with my wife. A buddy of mine was here, and I was talking to him about this same exercise. And he wanted to see it. I was like, yeah, I'll show you. I preloaded the motorcycle. I started to let it fall, and then I let the clutch out, and it's like I wasn't getting any power really. And I felt the bike going. It was just falling. Talk about the pucker effect. Oh my God. And I swear, I said to myself, this is it. You're going to fall. But I stayed in it. I gave it a little more throttle. That bike was this low. It was this low, and it came back up. I came back over here. The bike was in second gear. Holy shite. So I'm here to say to you, I am here to say to you, make sure your motorcycle is in first gear all the time on the concourse. Because a lot of the things that we do, you need power right away. That's why you preload. Every second counts. So if you don't have to worry about the throttle now, there's one less thing to worry about because you preloaded. All you got to do is deal with the clutch. But being in the right gear, yeah, that helps out a lot too. Another thing I'll say is, if you're riding two up, the whole putting one foot down, yeah, you might want to put 2 feet down when you got somebody on the back. I was on my motorcycle, just left Harley Davidson. My wife decided to do something like this. Oh, honey, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. So I said, next time I make a video, I'm going to say, if you're riding two up, it's good to be more stable. When you're by yourself, it's a different story. Just please, I want you guys to know that when I say just put 1 foot down, it's because I was trained that you always cover the rear brake, just in case you have to go, you could just go. Don't put the motorcycle in neutral, because again, every second counts. That 1 second that you take to do that, that could be it. Also, it's a looks thing, you know. In the highway patrol and all motor officers, it's all about the looks. And if every cop stops and does the same thing, it looks good. Okay? All right. But if you put 2 feet down, I want to reiterate, that's fine, as long as you're not stopping with the rear brake. We good? Any questions? All right. Listen, I'm not a cop. I keep people. Last week, somebody asked me, "Do I have to wear a helmet?" You do what you want to do. You know, you don't want to wear a helmet. You don't have to wear a helmet. All right. Act like you're in Florida, right, Jerry? South Carolina too? What's going on, Georgia? Well, no, I'm not going to say that because I don't encourage that you not wear a helmet. So, but all right. All right. So what we're going to do is, everybody's going to mount up, go around. Now, what we also wait till the person stops right here and leaves before you start. That way, you know, you can actually get up to some level of speed. Okay? Everybody clear about that? All right, give me some time. I got to set stuff up, you know, all this other stuff. I don't think I have to demonstrate that, right? Yeah, and stopping and starting. Okay, good. Kenn's going to be doing most of my demonstrating today anyway. Okay, I'm going to position the camera over here because I want people to see. Okay. Perfect. And I knew it would be perfect. Okay, here's Dick. Perfect. I have the camera over here also because I want you to see that when they start to roll off, the foot comes up as soon as the motorcycle starts to move. Here comes Judy. I want Judy to get a little bit more speed. Huh?
I have a habit of using both of them. I usually use my brake. I have a habit of doing the hand too.
Oh, okay. I forgot to talk about the 10 push-up penalty for grabbing the front brake.
Go ahead and start.
I'll do them for you.
All right, what do I need to do?
Go back around. This time I want you to have a little bit more speed when you come down. Okay?
Just go into second gear?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Her foot came up right away. Here comes Dorlene. Very good. She's on the front brake. I mean the rear brake. Oh my God. Way better. Beautiful. Preload. There we go. Much better. She did much better. Last week, that was a totally different stop. Beautiful. Preload. This time, go further back. I want you to get a little bit more speed. Okay? Good. Foot up. There we go. All right, this is Jerry. The beard flying in the wind, looking cool. Perfect, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry's gonna do just fine. But like I knew that when I saw him park. Okay, I want you to make sure that you don't put that foot down until you're ready to stop. I don't want you to have to walk a little bit, okay? All right, preload. Preload. All right, perfect. All right, here comes the road glide. You just downshift it, good. No front brake. Perfect, perfect. I want him to get that throttle up. When he pulled away, you heard how low his throttle was? That's how the motorcycle drops, like right here. Okay, this is Jorge. Now I'm looking at your fingers on this front brake. We got to get out of that habit. That's a 10 push-up penalty. You didn't pull it, but you were covering it. Get away from me. I told my friend I was going to glue his hands to his throttle. All right, man. Go around and do it one more time. Preload. What's up?
Okay, I'm missing the turns. You tell me exactly what you want me to do.
I want you to pull up here. Okay. You come to a complete stop. Well, I want you to get into at least second gear. Right. So you can downshift. You can be on the front brake when you first start braking. Once you get to 15 miles per hour or less, it's all rear brake. I want you to stop the motorcycle and then put your foot down. I don't want you to be doing that.
All right.
And then when it's time for you to leave, preload, and as soon as the bike moves, pick your foot up.
All right.
As soon as it starts to move.
All right.
Preload.
Is that what you mean by reload?
Preload means hold the throttle so you hear your RPMs up like about 2,000. And keep it there. Keep it there. Hey, keep it. Let the clutch out, go. Good, let it go. All right, we're gonna work with that with Jorge. You see, guys, something as simple as stopping and starting, you'd be surprised. That's why we do this, that's why we practice. The little things take care of the big things. Perfect. Perfect. Look at Dorlene with the speed. I like it. Oh, she's a natural. Perfect, Dorlene. Good speed. All right, when you go back around, I'm sorry. You don't have to do this again. When you go back around, do the slow speed thing and then stop right over there. And then park over there, I'm sorry. See where your fingers are? See where your fingers are?
Yeah.
No reason for them to be there. Put them right there. We're not touching that front brake. You didn't pull it though. I'm watching you. Okay. When you get over there, you can park. All right. Good job. Perfect. Good job, Judy. Good job. And when you go around, just park right there. Good job. Reload, reload. Good, good. Perfect, Jerry. I need to do a video and just have you in it doing this. Perfect. Park over there. Park where we started. Perfect. Now make sure when you take off that you have enough throttle, because that's how you drop that bike. So preload, keep it loaded, let the clutch out slow, pick your foot up. You can park over there where we started. Good, much better. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Perfect, and the bike looks, it sounds good too. You can park where we started. Perfect. Park where we started. All right, exercise number 2 and 3 coming up. All right, did you guys do the slow ride over here as well? Okay. So what I want you to do now is, I want you guys to line up right here. Put your motorcycle right at these cones. And what I want you to do, you're going to be facing this way. And what I want you to do is, like I was talking about, I want you to, with the motorcycle in first gear, I want you to put your left foot on the floorboard. Now you have 2 feet on the floorboards. As soon as it feels like the motorcycle is going to drop, do what you would normally do. And then I want you to do that again, but first I want you to preload. Jorge asked me, what does preload mean? So it's important that we know what that means. Okay? Preload and keep it loaded. And when you pick your foot up, as soon as you feel just a tad bit, I don't want you to wait too long. Not that it matters, because if you give it throttle, you're going to be fine. Realize that when you put your foot on the board, if the motorcycle starts to lean to the right and you let it out, it's just going to go to the right a little bit. That's all. If it goes to the left, it's going to go to the left a little bit. The important thing is you're not going to fall. And you're not going to have to do much to make that happen. So let me demonstrate that. Exactly what I want you to do. But I'm going to do it facing this way, just so you can see what the hell I'm talking. Actually, I'll do it facing you. It'll be all right. I'm not going to put my helmet on because South Carolina rules today. The eyes have it. All right, so the first thing I want you to do, just put your foot up. I know it feels a little unnerving, I know. Just put your foot up. All right, the next time, make sure you're in first gear. If you have a Harley Davidson, good luck. You're gonna have to actually go like this to make sure you are. If you have an Indian, which nobody here has, it would show you. Anyway, preload. That's it. That's all you're doing. As soon as it feels like it's going to fall, did you guys see it? Did it look like I was getting ready to fall? Okay, so you saw it. Okay, good. As soon as you feel it, but make sure you preload first, because like I said, you need the power right away. We don't have time to be worrying about that. Then you panic and pop it. That's when stuff happens. Preload. And George, like I was telling you, listen, even when you're coming from a standstill like we were doing over there, when you stop and then you go to take off, you have to keep that throttle up. That's the, believe it or not, that's a spot where a lot of people's motorcycles fall. And you hear that, and then it just goes down. You got to keep the throttle up. And I hear the rev go up, and as soon as you're getting ready to let the clutch out, then all of a sudden I hear the rev go down. The worst time for it to go down, okay? All right, one more time. Preload. Put up. Oh, here's another thing I'll say. Make sure that you have your clutch. Wherever your sweet spot is on your clutch, you should never deviate too far from it. Make sure you're right there. So that way when you do feel that fall, all you're doing is doing that. Bam, you got your power. I don't want you to have to worry about, oh, I still got to find it. Everybody good? All right. Now this time he's going to preload, put his foot up. There we go. Now did you see that? His motorcycle was starting to fall to the right. And when he let the clutch out, it went to the right, no problem. As long as there's power, it's going to pick him up. Who's next? I see they're all rushing to do this. It's not a good feeling, I know. It feels like, uh-oh, but this is going to get you accustomed to feeling like you're going to fall, and instead of reacting to your instinct, just letting the clutch out. All right. All right, well, he waited a long time on that one. Preload, very good. All right, get that throttle up higher. That was almost scary because that throttle was low. Now first, you're just going to pick your feet up, foot up. As soon as you feel like you're going to fall, you can put it down. I'm going to stand behind you too, just in case. Okay? Now I want you to preload. Keep it loaded. Don't. Higher. 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 No. Keep that throttle higher. Okay. Hold up, Judy. Let me see. That's what I want. And keep it like that. Okay, pick that foot up. You feel like you're going to fall, let the clutch out. Don't worry about it. That's okay. That's why we practice. It's only the first time. It does take some getting used to. All right, you good? Okay. Beautiful. I was worried about his throttle at first, but he's good. All right, here comes Dick. Fun with Dick and James. You guys saw that movie before? Pick your foot up. Initially, you're going to go by instinct. After that, skill. Good. Get that throttle high and keep it high. There you go. That'll help. That's worse than second gear, neutral. All right. All right, so the first thing you're going to do now, like I said, put your foot up. You got both feet down now? Yeah. Okay, put both feet up. When it feels like it's going to fall, put your leg down. Okay. Now this time you're going to preload, keep it loaded, and when it feels like it's going to fall, just let the clutch out. There you go. Perfect. Are you duck walking that motorcycle? Are you duck walking your motorcycle out here? No duck walking out here, Dorlene.
I did it. I know how to do it now.
Okay, good.
I just did it, so if I don't do it here, I just did it.
I'll check. I can see it in the background. Hold up. One foot should already be on that brake. Okay.
You gotta have it on the brake.
Yeah. You want to make sure the motorcycle doesn't move. Okay, we're going to work on that because she's moving before she picks up her foot. I want the bike to be stationary. Pick up your foot, then go. That was good. It was the first time. We're getting warmed up.
Yeah, but it's just not natural to have a fall.
I know. Throttle. Keep it right there. Okay, pick your foot up. Throttle, throttle. Now, I don't know if you guys saw that. As soon as she went to move, the throttle went down. That's when the bike falls.
Don't let me drop my bike.
We're not dropping it today. If we do, we'll pick it up. Good, perfect. All right, we gotta work on that. All right. I don't want you to move this motorcycle until both feet are on the board. Okay? So I want you to actually feel it falling a little bit. Good throttle, good. Go. Don't worry about it. You got it. You got it. All right, first time, just put a foot up. You can put your foot down. Okay. Now we're gonna preload. Keep it loaded. Get your fingers away from that front brake. Good. Preload. Keep it loaded. Good. 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 Look at that. That's from all that slow speed riding. That's where you. All right. Good. Perfect. You hear how high Joey's RPMs are? That's how it's got to be. Beautiful. Make sure you get those revs nice and high. Pick your foot up. Good, good. Now this is even scarier for somebody like Jorge because he's short. So he's basically on the tip of his toes. He's either going to be one way or the other. So it's tougher. I get it. But it doesn't change the fact that if you just use the rear brake, if you just use the throttle and the clutch, you're not going to fall. Let it out, let it out. Good. All right. Exercise number 3 coming up. No, exercise number 4. All right, guys. As I always say, all we're doing out here is making right turns, left turns, U-turns, and going straight. This is a right turn and a left turn. So I changed it up a little bit. I made 2 lanes here. So now if you're going to make a right turn, you're going to be in the right lane. If you want to make a left turn, you're going to be in the left lane. I want you to come to a stop. And then I want you to make a right turn if you're over here. And if you're over here and you want to make a left turn, same thing, but I want you to come to a stop. That's incorporating exercise number 1. Same thing, you're riding up, you're stopping. But the difference is now, you're making a turn from a stop. You're not just going straight. Guess what the difference is? Nothing. Aside from you turning your handlebars, that's the only thing that's different. Everything else is the same. Preload. Keep it loaded even more so now. Now I noticed a couple of you guys, when we did exercise number 3 over here, you had the throttle up. As soon as you went to let the clutch out, I heard your throttle go down. That's how the bike falls. Guarantee it's going to happen here when you go to make that turn. It don't take much. You don't have to be turned much. You don't have to be lean much because the motorcycle goes, and once that happens, it's heavy. It's going to go like that. It's going to go down. If it goes down, no big deal. We'll pick it up. We'll keep doing it because we're still warming up. We're practicing. Any questions? We're really going to get loose once we get to the Serpentine, which is next, because the Serpentine is going to now incorporate us doing stuff like this. All right? Ken, you want to demonstrate? Oh, you want me to demonstrate? Yeah, because my bike is about a quarter of a mile away.
We're going to try to do both of them at the same time, 2 people at a time? Or just...
Well, let's see what the skill level is. Like when Ken and I did Ride Like a Pro, when that class progressed and they kind of saw everybody's riding skill, then they was like, hey, why don't all you guys do the snowman at the same time? So, you know, we'll see how it works. You guys, at the end of the day, like I said, you guys can do what you want. Oh, look at this seat. This seat is like this high. All right, this bike feels a little scary. I think Kenn is setting me up. Reload. You hear how right before I go, the throttle goes up and it stays up because I don't want to have to worry about it. I don't know anything about this bike. It does feel a little scary, Kenn. I'm not going to lie. I think you're trying to set me up. But get that throttle up because now that gives me, I have power in reserve if I need it. Clutch way out. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it, guys. Any questions? Oh, I was feeling it already. I gotta get off this thing. All right.
Keep the clutch the same as that hydraulic clutch.
Yeah, it's out there. All right, let's do it. Please remember, preload and keep it loaded. Turn the handlebars. You don't have to lean the motorcycle to do these turns. That's why I had you do that slow ride over there, exercise number 2. The same thing. And then exercise number 3, from a standstill moving, that's what you're doing here. So what I will say to you is this. When you're going to make the right turn, you already have your left foot on the ground because you're covering the rear brake with the right foot. So making the left turn is always going to be easier because when you pick that foot up, your bike's already on a little bit of a lean going left. That's why you already have that momentum. When you're making the right turn, I suggest that you kind of do that. So that kind of incorporates what we did in exercise number 3. As soon as you do that, let the clutch out, you're already preloaded, it makes the right turn a little easier. All right, let's do it. Now I also widened this out a little bit for them too. That Road King does bring back memories. Now you saw Kenn actually came forward a little bit too, so there's plenty of room. There we go, keep that throttle up. South Carolina, you're going the wrong way. No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Let's go, come on. Judy, what happened? You broke down? Oh, okay. Preload. Keep it loaded. Do it again, don't worry about it. This is why we practice. And we're just warming up. This is exercise number 4, but it's the first time we're doing it. Good, good. Keep it up, keep the throttle up. Throttle, throttle. Get that, keep it up there. Keep it up, good, good. See how it throttles up? Good. And once his throttle's up like that, he doesn't have to worry. He knows that if he needs the power, all you have to do is let the clutch out. Good. Keep that throttle up. Jorge keeps letting his throttle drop. It's just a matter of time before he drops that bike. You got to keep that throttle up. Come on up. Come on, I want your front tire on that line. Hey, you're fine, that's fine. Good. Turn the wheels, turn the handlebar, turn it, turn it, turn it. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You're going the wrong way, but that's all right. Breaking all kind of laws. Preload. There we go. Turn those handlebars. Look over here. Look over here.
You gotta turn your wheel when you look.
Whoa, whoa. Throttle, brother, throttle. You saw that? We almost had it. He's coming out of that throttle. All right, throttle. Look over here. Throttle, turn, turn, turn. Oh, you can go, Jerry. Beautiful. Where's All right, it's only the first time going through it. We're gonna warm up. Every time we come out here and we do this, that's how it starts. And as the day progresses, it becomes easier and easier. But what I want you guys to know is this. Yes, you have to look where you're going. Looking is going to make it easier for you to turn your handlebars. The cone that you guys are hitting, mostly. Oh, by the way, hey, Bill, this is your cone. I got it though. All right. This is the cone that most of you are hitting. If you're hitting that cone, you already made the turn. You just don't have the handlebars turned enough, right? You're not hitting this cone. You're not hitting this cone. Well, some of you are hitting this cone, but the majority of you are here. If you get this far into the turn, you've already made the turn. Just turn your handlebars more. So you need to start turning earlier, or you need to lean. I don't want you to have to lean because you really don't have to. But whatever you would do in the real world, I want you to do here. You practice how you play. Okay? All right, let's go. Good. Good. Well, good. Turn. Look at me. You're good. Preload. Turn the handlebars. Look at me. Good, good, good. Throttle, throttle. Good. Good. Beautiful. Good job, man. Come up a little more. Okay. Turn your handlebars. All the way. That's how I want you to start. Look at me. Look at me. All right, big guy. You're letting out that throttle. Keep it loaded the whole time. Because I'm surprised it didn't fall. It almost did. Yes, ma'am. Come on, Judy. You gotta put them back the way the other ones are. So preload and keep it loaded. So important. Because preload is just getting you ready for it. It doesn't really matter. It matters when you're in the turn. Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's do it. Preload. Look over here. See how you're letting it out? Keep it loaded. Reload. Beautiful. Turn your handlebars now. There you go. Come on, come on, come on. Gotta turn the handlebars. Reload. And keep it loaded. Go ahead, man, go ahead. Reload. All right. Guys, don't look at the cones. You're looking at the cones. Don't look at the cones. Look at me. Make the turn, preload, and keep it loaded. Let's do some left turns. Turn the handlebars. Okay. Preload, keep it loaded. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, you're going this way. Okay. Preload. Preload. Keep it loaded. Come on, look at me. You're good. Preload. Preload. Keep it loaded. Look at me. Look at me. Good. Beautiful. Preload, good. Good job, Jerry. Perfect. Preload and keep it loaded. All right, we'll work on that. That's the way it should look. That's look at Judy saying, that's my husband. But Judy's going to do this herself. Preload, turn the handlebars now so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, look at me. There you go, come on. There you go, turn, good. You're good. You're good, it's coming together. It's coming together. Preload, keep it loaded. Good. Now you saw Jorge use a lean there. And that's fine. If you know you need to lean to make it, lean to make it. Good. Preload. Look at me. Come on, look at me. There we go. Get that foot up. Trust and believe. Throttle. Good. Throttle up. Perfect. Perfect. See how much better Jerry's left turns are than his right turns? I'm telling you, it's not just me. Preload, keep it loaded. That throttle up. Good. Good. All right. Preload, turn the handlebars now. Turn the handlebars. Oh, beautiful! Oh, beautiful! All right. Very good. You went straight through. Yeah, Jerry just showing off now. I got it, man. Preload. Look at me. Good. Turn the handlebars. Good, good. Beautiful. All right. All right, Judy. Good, look at me. It's okay, don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up out here. All right, we're gonna go to exercise number 4. Exercise number 4. All right, so now we're really gonna get loose. Like I was telling these guys, I do want you guys throughout the day to go back and practice your left turns and your right turns. Because I watch you guys, I'm watching Jerry, the left turns, beautiful. Right turns, not as good as the left. So that, if you know that's your case, you should be making more right turns than left turns. You want to get better in everything that you're doing. That holds true with me to this day. I have to practice my right turns more than my lefts. So definitely go back and practice that. But now we're going to really start getting warmed up, because now we're going to incorporate. We're still in the friction zone. We did a lot of friction zone stuff here. Now we're going to incorporate turning the handlebars, not just like you were doing here, but incorporating some lean. Okay, the more you lean, the tighter you make the radius of your turn. These cones are 20 feet apart. Plenty of room. So technically it's plenty of room for you to just be straight up and down when you go through it. I don't want you to do that. So you notice that the cones are in the middle, and then there's a line on the right and a line on the left. What I'd like you to do is try to bring your motorcycle to the center of this lane. If you do that, it's going to make you almost have to incorporate a little lean. Now, the first time going through this, I don't expect to see much lean, but it happens all the time. The more you go through it, next thing you know, if you look at the video from last week and you look at Dorlene going through here the first time, she was like this. And then after that, you started seeing the dip. All right. And that's what I want to see, because that dip that you're going to be doing is the start to exercise number 6, which is the U-turn. Now, we're not going to get to the U-turn yet. I just want you to do the serpentine. If you want to do the U-turn, by all means. I will tell you that the U-turn on this side is 27 feet wide. Okay. They're all 40 feet long, 27 feet wide. The U-turn on that side is 24 feet wide, and the cones on that side are 15 feet apart. So if this is an insult to you after a while, you can go do the 15 feet ones. Okay? But we're going to stick here. So again, what I will say is, when you're making these turns, I don't want you to start making your turn all the way here or up here. Now, really, at 20 feet, that's not going to affect you much. But you want to make your turns as close to this cone as possible, and that way you'll always be closer to that cone as you progress up the serpentine. So again, you're coming to the middle. So when you come through the gate right here, you should be, whether you go right or left, it doesn't matter. But if you go right the first time, the next time you come around, go left. Okay? As a matter of fact, what I'd like you to do, what I'd like you to do is, the people that are waiting to go, I want you to be back there. Here we go with the wind. Anyway, I want you to be back there because when you go down here, I want you to come back too, so you can get 2 times out of it, okay? I don't want you staring at the cones, all right? So when you get on the serpentine and you're gonna go down, the last cone is the cone I want you to stare at. That one's okay. Don't stare at the other ones, they're shy, they don't like it. So look at the last cone and keep your head there. So when you're going through this serpentine, your head should be straight up. Your peripheral vision is gonna pick up the cones. Just like they pick up the lanes when you're driving your car. You don't stare at the lanes. They're there. Same thing. You'll be fine. And don't worry if you hit a cone with your saddlebag. It just means you got a little too close to it. All right? Everybody good? All right, where's Kenn? Number 1. Now Kenn flies through this. You don't have to go as fast as Kenn is going. Kenn's lean is very pronounced. The other thing I'll say is, you're going to want to have speed. Because speed is always going to make you feel more comfortable. Because once the bike gets to speed, you have less responsibility. I'm here to tell you this is a slow riding course. So I don't want you to fly through this. We're here to learn technique, and your technique comes into play when you go slow. So his speed was good. You can even go slower than that. All right? Any questions? Huh?
Want me to do a slow run?
Yeah, why not? He's going to do a little bit slower. It's harder to do it slower too when the cones are 20 feet apart. I get it. But see, he's coming to the middle of the lane. And the way he's turning now, how sharp he's turning, that's how you'd have to turn to do the 15-foot ones, or motor officers is 12 feet apart. We're not doing that though. Because remember, the goal here is not to be a motor officer, to be in a rodeo, or to make 18-foot U-turns. It's just to raise your confidence so that you can be more proficient and safe out there. All right, I just noticed my wife came here and then she just left. I don't know what happened. Maybe she brought me something, I don't know. All right, who's going first? Okay, we got Jerry. Jerry always has the throttle nice and high, which is good. He's doing the U-turn. I knew he wouldn't have a problem with that to begin with. Good, very good. See that front suspension compressing? That's when you know you're getting loose, you're feeling it. Throttle's nice and high. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we got Dick coming. Oh man. Very good. Very good. Again, this is the South Carolina crew, so I already know they're coming with a certain level of skill. Excellent. Very good. And he's going to do the U-turn as well. Nice. I can see we're going to have a nice follow the leader session today. Nice and easy. He has a nice quiet throttle. He's not going too crazy on it, but I hear it. Of course, I prefer it to be a little higher. All right, we got Bill here now. I can't wait to see Bill in this U-turn because he did it once last week. So he knows he can do it. And he's going to go for it. Okay, he's, like I said, he has to warm up. I wasn't expecting anyone to do the U-turn, so he did it. I'll tell you one thing, he's already better at the single serps. Still warming up. All right, let's go, Judy. Just gotta get that throttle up. Keep the throttle up. Her throttle's at idle, and I don't want it at idle. So we'll talk to her about that. Not bad, Judy. Not bad. That would be even better if she turns her head a little bit more. That was not bad at all. Good for you, Judy. All right, I heard the throttle go up there, back down. Good job, Judy. All right, we got Jorge here. Jorge's motorcycle sounds as good as it looks. Throttle, throttle. He's a little straight up and down, but again, it's the first time around, first time through it. His throttle's way too low. I just told you guys how nice his motorcycle sounds, so I can hear from here if he has enough throttle. Nice U-turn. And again, it's important that you guys know that if you make it, that's nice. But if I hear that your throttle's too low, I'm still going to say something to you because you made it this time. You might not make it next time. Beautiful. We already know that Jerry's got this. It's very easy for him. But it's all about practice. That U-turn right there was tighter than the last one he made, so he's loosening up. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell him and Kenn, some of the other guys, to go over to the 15-foot cones. Oh, he just took out a cone. Again, no big deal. Nice U-turn. All right, and I know that once we move to the other exercises, Bill is probably going to be one of the guys that he did that last week. He stayed over here. He continued to do the single serp and the U-turn, and that's what I want people to do. If you need to work on that, it really doesn't make sense to move to a figure eight or anything else. Get this down packed, and all that other stuff will come together. And he opted this time to skip the U-turn, and that's fine too. Just you have to be comfortable. Comfortable, confidence. The comfort brings the confidence, and the confidence brings the skill level and the safety. Keep that throttle up, throttle. Throttle, throttle, throttle. All right. Oh yeah, it's much better coming back. Whoa. It's like he was playing. Exercise number 6. So I can already see people are loosening up. I don't know what the hell was going on right there with Jorge. He went down and he looked timid, and then coming back, whoa, he was doing a lot of dipping and diving. It looked really good. All right, most of you did this already anyway. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Even on the single serpentine. Now I made a comment saying that Jorge's motorcycle looks as good as it sounds. Because his motorcycle is loud, I can hear from a distance if his idle's too low. As he's going through the course, I can hear it said idle. Judy, you too as well. You have to keep that throttle up, because even if you make the turn, that's great. But if you get in the habit of keeping your idle that low one time, it might not be that great. Okay? The reason you want your throttle high is you're giving yourself margin for error. If you just needed a little bit more power, you have it because it's so high. If you're right at the brink of losing it and you make one little mistake with the clutch, it's gone. All right? So with this, the green cones is where you should be looking. So if you're going to make a left turn, some people like to incorporate momentum, and that's fine too. If you're going to make a left turn, you dip left first, then go to the right, and then make the left. Same thing. Don't stare at the cones. You look at that green cone right there. And as soon as you get to it, turn your head. You should be looking over here. I want you to snap your head. If you look slow, you turn slow. Okay? Look, turn. You're looking before you even turn the handlebars. Look, turn. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I put out where I was saying that for the people up north, I want you to mime it, practice it, because it's muscle memory. And when I was mowing my grass with my 0 turn, I was doing that. Look, turn. Look, turn. That's what you're doing. If you're making the right turn, same thing. If you want to incorporate momentum, fine. You don't need to. Dip right, dip left, look, turn. Ken? Listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're the valedictorian. Now you'll notice Kenn comes in from an angle to make it. That's how he gets his momentum. Beautiful. Do one just going straight in, just in case they didn't have that much room to make a U-turn. Just do one going straight in. He's going to do it going straight in. See his head? Look, turn. Look, turn. You're going to almost feel like you're in The Exorcist and you're trying to turn all the way around. Thank you. So if you don't have the dexterity to turn your neck that far over to see, look as far as you can, and as you progress in the turn, keep looking left. If it helps you to turn your body a little bit, your body might be turning a little bit anyway, because if you turn your handlebars all the way, especially if you're a little shorter, you got to kind of do this anyway. All right? All right, let's do it, Judy. There you go. Good, good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna pay attention to him because the throttle is low a lot of the times. Good, nice lean. Get that throttle up. This throttle's very low. Nice and easy. Head turn, good. Throttle, throttle. Good. Got to get that throttle up. All right, this is Bill's week. Throttle, turn your head, Bill. Look over there. There we go. I told you. Oh, come on, Bill. I don't even care about that because the part he needed to do, he did. Throttle's very low, very low. Very good. All right, now we're going to incorporate some right turns. Right turns, right turns. Beautiful. Throttle. And that turn would have been even tighter, but he let the clutch out a little bit and it pushed him forward. But still within 27 feet. Those right turns always get you, but that's why we do them. All right. Beautiful. Kenn's helping out Judy. That's what I like to see. Each one teach one. And I know back in South Carolina that he's working with her as well. And also, I know her husband is working with her as well. Okay, now here comes Bill. Now Bill usually tries the U-turn making left turns. I kind of want him to keep doing that before he starts trying the right turns. Turn your head. Yeah, Bill's still not turning his head, not at all. He's looking down at the cones. But I'm going to tell him, you just keep practicing the left turns. We can get to the right turns. Beautiful. Beautiful. You look at me the whole time. Look at me. Look at me. I'm over here. I'm right here. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's try it again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job. All right, look at me. I'm right here. There we go. Turn that bad boy. Turns are getting better and better. All right, we're going to go to exercise number 7, which is the figure 8. Always a lot of fun, the figure 8. Getting better and better. Getting better and better. All right. So this is the figure 8. You enter here. If you enter here, then you're going to the opposite corner. I want you to use all of the space that you have here. So now, I know you've seen me and I know you've seen Kenn number 1, Kenn, do this in 4 parking spaces. You have 3 parking spaces here. And I also extended it out 6 feet. You have plenty of room. All you're doing here is what we were just doing. You're just making a series of right U-turns and left U-turns. Okay? Now I noticed that Jorge, he would make his U-turn, and then instead of him going straight, he was coming like this. He was doing figure 8s anyway, or at least a variation of it. All right? So, but then eventually he started going straight. The point is, I want you guys to always remember everything that you've already done up until this point. In some way, it's incorporated. You've already done it. Okay? So when you come in here and you pull over here, further you go in, the more you're going to have to lean. If you're not comfortable leaning, which based on the U-turn, everybody here is pretty comfortable leaning the motorcycle. But I am going to tell you this again. What's your name again? Greg? Dick. No, not you, Dick. I'm never going to forget your name.
Number 2.
Oh, yeah. Didn't I say I wasn't going to forget his name? All right. Kenn, your idle is way too low. And I'm guaranteeing you in here, when you're doing these quick transitions, if it's low, I don't want you to drop the motorcycle unnecessarily because you got everything down packed. The only thing is that the throttle's low. All right. So I want you to start your turn early since you have so much room. So when you're doing a figure 8, the goal is, this is the center of the figure 8. Really, it's about right here because I extended it. You want your motorcycle to be crossing that every time you pass. So when you make this turn, I don't want you to be focusing on going to the corner. I want you to focus on going to the side. Because if you focus on the side, and now you make that turn, you have way more room to turn versus coming to this little corner. Now you gotta, still possible, but now you gotta lean the motorcycle more. All right? The other thing I'm gonna tell you is, every time you transition from left to right, I want you to squeeze the clutch all the way in. I want you out of the friction zone. Just for that. It's easier to turn the motorcycle handlebars when there's no power going to the rear wheel. As long as you have power going to the rear wheel, your motorcycle wants to stand up. And when you're trying to turn, that makes it more difficult. Can you do it? Of course you can. But like a guy sent me an email saying that when he's doing the figure eight, he wants to be able to do it in 4 parking spaces. He can make 18 feet U-turns. So when he makes the first turn in the figure eight, no problem. But when he gets to the second one, he goes out. Reason he's going out is it's taking him too long to turn the handlebars. All right? So as soon as you go to turn the handlebars, now you have to have enough momentum as well, because for that little moment, you're not in the friction zone. But your motorcycle shouldn't be leaned either. You're kind of bringing the motorcycle straight up. Pull, make the transition, dip. Pull, make the transition, dip. Let the clutch back out. You guys follow? All right. I appreciate that guy. Because again, my motorcycle is a half a mile away. He's using all of the space. Now you see, every time he comes around, his motorcycle is coming back towards the side, not the corner. He's coming around, and he's almost trying to go back where he just came from, right here. Now he starts to make the turn to go the other way. All right? Good. Very good. Yeah, he's good. He's very good. He didn't have a lot of space and he didn't need it. Beautiful. Now you see, he didn't use all of the space because he didn't need it. He's got a lot of lean. All right, Eric. I mean, Dick. Good. All right. I want you guys to come through here twice. Yeah. Now you see what's happening here, Dick. You kind of, whoa. No, you're whipping yourself off. That's the only thing. You're turning a little very early. Just come deeper. Try it again. Good job. Good job. Beautiful. That throttle is so low. All right, he pulls it off though. Good job. Dorlene was over here. She's over here. She's practicing the left turns and the right turns, which is good. I saw her do it. I'm not bringing the camera over there. I don't want to. nervous, but she's doing it. I saw her do it twice, nice and easy. Try it again, Jorge. And her and Dino over here practicing U-turns, serps. I thought Jorge was leaving. He's coming back. Jorge, you're ripping yourself off. Come all the way here. Come all the way over here. Oh, that's not good. I want you to come all the way over here. Come all the way over here. You're turning right here. Use all the space that you have. So you guys see what he's doing. He's turning so early that now he has to really lean to make this part. Use all the space that you have. Better. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Good. Good, right here. It's getting better though. It's getting better. It's getting better. All right, Judy, show them how it's done. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Now right here, pick your head up. Okay, turn. Turn your head, okay. Judy's like this. Got to pick your head up. You look down, you go down. I'm going to get my motorcycle because I'm getting jealous. Turn your head. Good. Right here, pick your head up. Good. Good. Okay. Turn your head. Throttle. Use all the space that you have. Use it all. When you turn, I want you to turn towards the middle. Then make the transition. That was a misdemeanor. He just upgraded it to a felony. What was his intent? He knew what was happening. He just kept going. Oh, we see the problem right now. I see the problem. You're not covering the rear brake. You guys see that he's not covering the rear brake. So when he makes that turn, he's going so fast that it's making it harder for him to make the turn quick enough to get ready for the next turn. His foot's on the floorboard, it's not even on the brake. Remember, the rear brake is meant to regulate your speed because sometimes you're going to go a little too fast. When that happens, you have to use the rear brake. That's what gets you to be able to go nice and slow and control the motorcycle. All right, try that again, covering the brake. And then we're going to move to exercise number, I don't even know anymore. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Rear brake. The cone course God spoke. They said make it a little harder. Whoa, look at that. I didn't mean to get it, but I got it. I just saw Bill make that U-turn. I saw it. I saw it. You guys see Dino over there helping Bill make those U-turns? That's what I'm talking about. Each one, teach one. I love it. All right, last but certainly not least. This might be a little tighter than it was last week, Ken, I don't know. Anyway, what I want you guys to focus on is everything's the same, all right? All the principles, they never change. When you come through this gate, remember in the U-turn when I told you don't go towards the corner, but go towards the side? Same principle here. When you pass this gate, I want you going this way. Because when you go around this cone, I want you coming at it from this angle, not this angle. Because if you come at this angle, it's not impossible, but now you're just making it that much harder to get to the next turn. All right? See the lines on the outside? One over here, one over there. I don't want you to go over those lines to make this turn. That gets a lot easier if you come this way and then make a turn, because now it's almost like you're going straight through. All right? When you get here, before you even get to this cone, you should be looking at the next cone. Okay? So again, you already know what that is because you were looking at it when you were at the gate. Once you get here, now you're looking there. Same thing. Don't go straight for the cone. Your wheels are turned. Keep them turned. Come over here, just like the figure 8. Transition. Now when you get here, you're looking at the next cone. All right. Any questions? All right. Come through the gate, looking at that first cone. Now I'm looking at the next cone. Now I'm looking at the next cone. Now I'm not riding right towards the cone, I'm actually riding away from it. And then I'm turning towards it. It's like I'm doing figure 8, same principle. Now I'm looking at the gate. That's the way it's supposed to look. Head and eyes, straight out the gate. See all of that swinging and swaying? That's all momentum. Head and eyes. Now he's looking over here. Going away from it, going towards it. Now he's looking over there. Going away from it, now going towards it. Now he's looking at the gate. Perfectly done. Good. All right. Don't look at the cone, look at the next cone. Yep, he wasn't covering the rear brake. He just remembered. Very good. It's throttle, clutch, and rear brake. Now see, now he's coming in too straight. See, he's coming in too straight, but he can still do it. Let's see if he's still covering that rear brake. Yep, he's covering it. Beautiful. That's why we practice, people. That's why we practice. Because a lot of people don't know anything about that rear brake. It's like, it's in the way. Let's get it out of there. Just, I got my front brake. I'm fine. Let's see where his eyes are. Yep, he's looking good. Now he should be looking over at me. He just used that rear brake. Pick your head up. Good. See, now he's going over the outside lines because he's coming out too much, but it's his first time through. You'll see. He's going to loosen up. All right, here comes Jerry. Jerry shouldn't have a problem with this at all. Nice and easy. Now if you notice, Jerry's not looking up at the next cone. He's actually staring at the cone that he's going towards. But, you know, when you get to a certain skill level, you don't have to do that. It's not that important to turn your head because, you know, it's almost like a muscle memory thing. You know how much to turn. You know where you have to go. But when you're learning how to do this, it's everything. You have to pick up your head. You have to look where you want to go. He's staring right at the cone that he's going towards. And look, even as he's going around it, he's looking at it. He's not looking at this cone until he gets to it. No, he's looking at it now. Okay. Do I have to tell him about that? No. Because clearly he doesn't have an issue. Good job, Jerry. Throttle, throttle. Throttle, throttle, throttle. She's got to lean the motorcycle more because she's way far. She's going to start over. So, right from the start, that was messed up. It's almost like the Serpentine. When you're doing the Serpentine, if you start your turn too late, you're going to pay for it at the end. She came in way too close to this cone. So now, if she doesn't make every other turn really tight, I'm all the way over here. I like her to come even more over here. So she's almost going straight through here. And then when she makes this turn, she should be close to this cone like this, not like this. But it's the first time through. We're warming up. Jerry, excellent job. That was a very good turn. See that turn that last turn that she made into the gate was a very sharp turn, and I didn't think she was going to make it. She made it just fine. Stark contrast for what she was doing in exercise number 4. Right? We're warming up. And here she comes. All right. Good. She's got her head up. She's looking at the next cone. Pick your head up. Look at the next cone. Good job. Now what Jerry is doing, Jerry is looking at the cone. But his skill level doesn't make it matter too much. He's not really looking at the next cone until like the last minute. But when you're trying to get used to this, it means everything. You got to make sure you turn your head and look right away. Good job, Jerry. Now right here, Dick is doing what I didn't want you to do. He's going pretty much straight into But he'll be fine. Again, there's room for error here. There's a lot of room where you don't have to do everything perfectly and you'll still make it through this just fine. But the goal is for you to tighten it up as you go along. You want to tighten it up. See, he's coming in straight right there. All right, we got Kenn number 2. I see Bill departing. He's had enough for the day. Beautiful. Made that turn a little early. Dino and Dorlene are leaving now. A little over 2 hours, so that's a good day of practice. Kenn number 2 looked at that cone, so he hit that cone. And Jerry's going to be nice enough to pick up that cone for him. Very good. Good job, Kenn number 2. Gonna get Jorge in here again. He's on the rear brake, very good. That's all I want to see. I want to see his head and eyes turning, looking where he wants to go. And I want to see him on that rear brake. Makes a world of difference. Good job. Now you guys can see that Jerry is coming in right onto the cone. But when you can lean the motorcycle at a certain degree, you can get away with all of these other little things. When you're learning this, it's making it easier for you to tell you, don't go straight towards the cone, come out wide, so you don't have to make as sharp of a turn. But this is an example of being at a skill level where that doesn't really matter too much. All right, guys, we're gonna move to, that's all of the exercises. What I am gonna do is break down one of the U-turns, and I'm gonna set up a bonus exercise, all right? All right, see you when we get there. That's why we practice, no big deal. I bet you he won't hit it again. I told you he wasn't going to hit it again. That's all it takes. And like I tell everybody, this is not a competition, so. By the way, I call this the maze. I was going to make it longer, and eventually I will make it longer. Right now, it's just 2 U-turns. I'm going to get it up to 4. All those transitions. And I commend Jorge for trying this. I told them all before this, if you're not making 18-foot U-turns, don't even try this, because you're not going to make it. But I commend them all for trying it. So remember before when I told you on the offset Serps that Jerry didn't have to turn his head? He was fine? Not on this exercise. You have to turn your head. Because if he turns his head, that's going to help him. He's looking down. All right, Jerry, so you got away with not turning your head over there. But over here, you got to turn your head. Don't look at the green cones. I forgot to tell you. They don't mean anything. I just ran out of cones. Gotta lean. You're not gonna make an 18-foot U-turn without leaning the motorcycle. You have to lean the motorcycle. All right, like I always tell you guys, don't try that at home. He's a big guy, the way he picked up that motorcycle. You put your, what the? You put your butt against that motorcycle and use your legs to pick it up. He's a big guy though. Ready?
Don't try to get on it.
Remember, when you tip a motorcycle, when you pick it up, put the kickstand down. Then you don't have to worry about it. Eventually, Ken, I'm going to make this so it's like 4 U-turns. Not today, but eventually I'm going to do that. All those transitions, oh, that's good stuff.
Good challenge.
Oh, yeah. Turn your head, look all the way over there. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy at all. So that's why I prefaced it with saying, if you can't make an 18-foot U-turn, and I only did 2, eventually I'm going to move it to 4. Not today, though. Good. Turn your head. Look over here. You're getting there. You're getting there. Boom. I want to commend Dick because he keeps trying to do it. We got Kenn over there helping out Jerry. Each one, teach one. I love it. There you go, he picked up his head the last minute. Look over here! And just so you guys know, the second turn is the right turn. You know how the right turns are. I got it. It's getting closer, Dick. It's getting closer. Pick your head up. Good, come on, lean, lean, lean. Throttle, throttle. So the wind died down a little bit. The wind died down a little bit, so what I did was take some cones out of other cones. And this is just a mental thing. It looks like it's tighter because I'm using more cones, but it's not tighter at all. Jerry is determined to get this, and I appreciate his steadfastness. So all I did here was the wind kind of died down, so I took cones out of other cones. It's a psychological thing. It looks like it's tighter because there's more cones, but it's the same amount of space. And Jerry said he ain't going home till he gets this. Not if he keeps looking over here. You gotta pick your head up, look over here, you'll be good, man. Turn your head, good, good. Turn your head, look over here. Lean, lean. Try it again. And again, the second turn is which kind of turn? The right turn. It's always the toughest.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get going.
All right, brother.
No, thank you. Thank you for everything. And I'll just wait for the next email.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be next week.
Right.
It's going to be this week for next week. Hold up. So we got Jorge leaving now. How do you feel you did today?
Good.
You improved?
Definitely. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. What number did you give yourself when you first came?
3.5.
3.5. Where do you think you're at now?
I don't know, like a 5 maybe.
Okay, so good. Again, improvement. That's what it's all about. And in fact, I want to commend you for even trying this. Because I thought that if I told people you can't make a U-turn in 18 feet, it's not going to happen. And you said, you know what, screw it. Never know, it might happen. So, good job. Hopefully we'll see you back next week. Ride safe.
Well, it will be the following week if you make it.
Okay, yeah, it's going every week. Every week. Jerry's taking off his jacket. I know what that means. Actually, I don't know what it means, but it's getting warm. Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to do some follow the leader. He's seriously not going home until he gets this maze. You did it? Well, I don't know. I see 2 cones down over there.
Yeah, that was kind of before.
That gave him some, you know. I'll look at the footage.
He got it. He nailed it.
Good job. Good job. I told him you weren't going home until you got it. That throttle is low, man. Throttle is too low. Got to stay in that throttle.
He's cutting himself off.
Yeah. Get that throttle up. You all right? Notice, guys, kickstand out first. Then he pushes the bike over, so that way you can push it right onto the kickstand. Don't have to worry about anything. Two kinds of riders. Riders that have gone down and riders that haven't gone down yet. He meant well, that's all that matters. All right, it's 16:09, which is 4:09. That's my friend Kevin in the distance. This is what happens when you come late. There's the cones. There's Kevin. All right, but our friends from South Carolina, they're going to be departing now. They're going to load their motorcycles back on the trailer. I appreciate them coming out. Had a lot of fun. I just want to say goodbye to them. Your name again is?
Judy.
See, you know, I'm bad at names, but I remember the names today. I was very proud of myself. We got Judy. We got Dick, never gonna forget Dick. We got Jerry, we got Kenn number 2, and we got Kenn number 1. I'm getting good. This is what happens when you spend a day with people. All right, did you have fun today?
Yes, I did. It's fun.
What did you rate yourself at again?
You didn't ask me.
I apologize. How dare you not let me know this? At least Dick, tell me that. Yeah, what about my wife? All right, what did you rate yourself, what would you have rated yourself at?
Probably about a 1 or 2.
Is there any difference in that number now?
Probably about a 4.
Yeah. And listen, I agree with her. Did you see her on the left turn and the right turn when she first went through versus the next third or fourth time? And that's what it's all about, practice, getting warmed up, getting confidence level going up. That's what we're talking about. Are we going to see you back here?
Definitely.
Okay. I like the word definitely. And you know, my wife told me last night, you know, honey, at some point, you're going to have to start going to other places too. And I told her, I don't know about that if it's still free, but we'll see. South Carolina's not that far. All right. The other half of the crew, which is Richard, a.k.a. Dick. Dick, how'd you do today?
I did fairly well, I guess.
What's your rating leaving here today?
I'd say a little bit, about one more than I had, getting better on the right turns.
Okay. Yeah. Now, you guys will notice when we were doing the U-turns, and I'm looking at even Judy. I was watching Judy do some smooth left U-turns. I said, okay, let's start doing some right ones. It's always going to change. If that's your weak spot, you just have to do it more. That's all. Practice, practice, practice. We're always practicing, but things that we know for a fact that we're deficient in, we just have to practice more. That's all. Because you don't want to just try to avoid it, and then you get out there on the street, and you have that feeling. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want you to feel apprehensive about doing simple things, riding your motorcycle out in the real world. I want people to look at you and go, that person's the boss of their motorcycle, clearly. All right. Kenn number 2. Kenn, do you remember what you rated yourself? Because I don't.
I think I said 4 1/4.
How you looking now? How you think?
A little bit better. I know what I need to work on now. I know I need to keep the throttle up and keep the preload. And that's definitely my biggest issue right now. So I know what to work on.
Okay, good. Yep. And that's another thing too. You know, one of the biggest things. You know how people say, you know, I'm going to have to use the analogy of a drug addict. The first step to recovery is you have to admit that you have a problem, right? And in this case, if you know what your deficiencies are, and it makes it easier to correct them, you know? Like the person that can never admit that they're doing something wrong, they're just going to keep doing it. So that's great. Absolutely. Are we going to see you back again?
Absolutely. And hopefully when I come back, I can bring my girl Tish with me.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So this is a foursome. I can just assume that. Yes? Okay. Beautiful. All right. Jerry, my friend. Now, Jerry, you have a 2.5, 3 hour ride back, right?
Yeah, a little over 3 hours.
Okay. And you came here, I think you said you were I forget.
4.
Are you still a 4?
I think I come up a little bit, maybe a 4.5.
Okay, so Jerry reminds me of somebody. Hold on, let me zoom this camera in. Because Jerry's being modest. What'd you say? 4.5?
Yeah.
There's no way in the hell he's a 4.5. No way. Especially since he did the maze over there. Did you do the maze over there?
Yeah, I got through it one time.
4.5s don't get through that even once. Right. So you're not, but that's cool. That's okay. Because if you're like Kenn, number 1, you want to leave room for improvement. That's why he didn't even rate himself today, but we'll get to him. All right. Are we going to see you back out here?
Definitely.
All right. That's what I like to hear. And we're going to be doing this again next week. I already checked the forecast. Looks like we're going to be in the 60s on Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. I think Sunday's the warmer day, so I'll probably pick Sunday. We'll see. All right. Last but not least, Mr. Modesty, valedictorian of the class, Kenn with 2 N's. Kenn, are you going to give us a number now?
Man, I'll stay right where I was before, 7.3.
Okay. 7. I thought he said 7.5 last time. I'm going to have to go back and look at that video. 7.3. Is that oddly specific number? 7.3. All right. Clearly, he's not at 7.3. Now, I didn't put this on camera because I told you guys on the Robert Simmons Paying It Forward channel, we don't do stunts. We don't do tricks. We just practice to get your confidence level up. Slow speed motorcycle operation. This guy was over here doing the figure 8. He was doing the U-turn and serpentine one-handed. I saw him. I don't want to bring attention to it because, like I said, I'm not encouraging that. But you're not doing that at a 7.3. All right? That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. So I know you'll be back, correct?
You know.
And when the weather's warmer, are you still going to trailer up or are you guys going to ride up?
That's a sin to trailer a bike.
Okay. He said that's a sin to trailer a bike. There's 4 sins sitting here. But I know what he means when the weather is nice. All right, but I would understand because you come here, you throw the bike around, and then it's like, oh man, now we got to ride back because this does wear you out. It does wear you out, especially the way you're doing it and the way we're all doing it. All right. So anyway, again, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my friend Kevin. I might throw some more cones out and help him out today because he might need some one. But he's actually pretty good. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys, here today. Again, I want to thank South Carolina. Kenn said he probably wasn't coming back, and here he is with friends. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, so the last of the riders have left. Actually, they haven't even left. The South Carolina crew, they're still loading their motorcycles up onto the trailers. Very good practice day today. We had 9 motorcycles out here. Like I said, 9 plus 1 because one guy was an observer. But he will be back here with his mother. I can't wait for that practice. All right. Again, this was Advanced Slow Speed Motorcycle Operation Practice Session number 6. So we're up to 6, and this is just going to keep going. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's on the lower right-hand part of your screen. All right. Like and share. Appreciate that. All right. I want to give a shout out to my brothers and sisters in blue. Be careful out there. Much love, much respect for you all and what you do. A special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol, particularly Highway 1 where I used to work, and the Highway Motorcycle District, because that's where the school is. That's where all of this started. But like I always tell you guys, you don't go to school and then get out and you're good now. You have to keep practicing. It's a finite skill. If you stop using it, you're going to lose it. All right? We're going to keep this going, guys. We want to practice, 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 because like I always tell you guys, practice breeds confidence, and we need your confidence up here, because a confident rider is a safer rider. Until next time.